Morris 317. Here's what we're looking at in the markets. Well, they're entertaining to say the least. Yesterday, when they opened up, they had to flip a circuit breaker, meaning they paused the stock market when it was more than a 7% drop in the indexes. And at the end of the market yesterday, when Donald Trump was and the members of the CDC were giving their address to the world, the market started selling off like crazy, and I think it's because it was at the end of the day. There were no circuit breakers, and there should have been a stop at 12%, but it just blew past it. You see Russell down 14%. This is numerically the worst crash in the history of the stock market, I think. Not percentage wise, but numerically it is. And so, right now, okay, is futures. This is just like people speculating on what's going to happen tomorrow. They're up 1%, 2%. Donald Trump and the Fed said that they have unlimited spending power. Basically, reading between the lines, it says that they're going to hyperinflate the dollar, and they're going to take us to all-time highs again in these stock markets. Trying to convince people that as soon as this coronavirus blows over, it's going to be back to business as usual. So it's only right for the Fed to pump. Yesterday was something like, we know for a fact that Friday was $500 billion and it raised the stock market 10% after sustaining heavy losses. So $500 billion in an overnight loan. Once they start printing trillions of dollars, I think the number that they get to might be $21 trillion, because $22 trillion is the number that Donald Rumsfeld said went missing like the day before 9/11 happened. And all the records, all the paper records that were not in a computer, they just happened to be in the basement of one of the World Trade buildings. It happened to flood and burn down. Oh, there's 21 trillion missing. Oh, oops. Anyways, I said this was coronavirus update, but I think when these bailouts start getting up to 21 trillion, that's when we might see a credit freeze. I think we have a long way to go before the banks shut down. We might even have a long way to go before they kick on. This might not be the bottom. They might start printing money, but it might fall further. So anyways, let me get to coronavirus update. Now, I do like this one from the New York Times. Last updated the 17th at 2:23 a.m. And we're going to take a look at this map. Alaska has a case. Hawaii, that is going to be it's going to explode. You know. But here we have this map. As we see, there's the saying, case, cluster, cluster, boom. Well, as you can see, all the states are in the case stage officially, I think now. No, West Virginia, still safe for now. We don't know. We can assume that there are already cases there. So now that we're past the case stage, now we're going to talk about cluster stages. What are clusters? Now, within your town, there might be clusters around a gym, around a movie theater, right? Within your state, there's clusters based upon towns or cities within the country. There's clusters in areas. So we're going to look at these clusters. The first cluster to erupt was somewhere, it was either California or Washington, and those numbers are down here. I'll go back to the map in a second. Maybe they're not down here. Okay. 787 cases in Washington, 583 cases in California. We see that Washington is the most progressed state with 48 deaths. But New York is, it is, I mean, there's just so many people, and we're going to talk about that in a second because we're not just handling New York here. People who aren't from this area might not understand how much people travel up and down this corridor. I mean, in one day, you could have millions of people just traveling up and down from Florida to Maine, stopping at restaurants and gas stations, all driving on the same exact road. Uh, so, yeah. Me, I live in this area. And this area is going to be very hard hit, I can already tell right now. So, we're going to talk, yeah. If we look here, I'm going to use this kind of as a scale, as a placeholder. It's very rudimentary, but if we look at the size of, say, Washington and Oregon, okay, we're just going to try and get Seattle and Portland. So we'll give it maybe up to this G symbol. This area, no, we'll do this first tab. See where this first tab line is? So this box, just imagine this box, this size. Washington and Oregon are, what's that, 46 and 787. So this is 23, 33, something like that. There's more in New York alone than there is in this area. And then we're going to check the size of this, okay? We can't do it on that side. So let's do up to the minimization button. We're going to include, so we're just going to cover this area right here, okay? We're going to include Massachusetts. We're going to include New Hampshire. We're going to exclude Vermont. We're going to include New York. We're going to include Connecticut. We're going to include Rhode Island. We're going to include New Jersey. We're going to exclude PA, not because I don't like PA. The number's 81. So we're going to exclude this area, even though it's definitely close enough. And we're going to exclude this one. I think Pittsburgh is out here. We're going to exclude DC. We're just going to get northern New Jersey, New York, Connecticut, Boston. Even though this is a well-traveled corridor, like we should. Anyways, you can see that this area, I'm rambling. You can see that the numbers in this area are just going to be so high. We're already at, by the time they update this at the end of the day, we'll probably be at 2,000 cases easily here. So it's everywhere. I went out to get some last bit of food just to look at the stores, see what's on the shelves, see what isn't, do a little bit of recon. I waited till it was the odd hours of the day, and there's a lot of things that are getting hit in the shelves. Fact of the matter is, we don't know what the incubation period on this is. They say it could be up to 37 days now. And authorities are only quarantining people for 14. So, I may already have it, right? I may be incubating. So, what can I do right now to best my chances of not even having any symptoms, not even having to deal with the worrying of, for example, 2 weeks from now, a week from now, 10 days from now, you might sneeze, you might cough, you might have congestion, and it might just be from being indoors all day. Maybe you were cleaning, you cleaned up some dust, but in the back of your mind, you're going to worry. You're going to say, oh, you know what? Well, there are some things that we can do to help it not even go through the symptom stage. Let me talk about that right here. So here's one thing that I have used for myself. One of the things that this coronavirus is doing is causing lung damage to the people who are surviving, severely reduced lung function. Uh, the way that this is killing people is fluid is building up in people's lungs. Now, this is an herbal throat cleanse. It's got a whole bunch of herbs in there to remove toxins, get those cells regenerating. But the one, I can't move my mouse over it, so you're going to have to look. It's this third to last one on the list, organic lobelia flower. In the 1800s, I want to say late 1800s, there was a man by, I want to say, the name Dr. Samuel Thompson, who cured asthma using lobelia, which is Indian tobacco. It's a very colorful blue, like ground cover flower, and the way it works is because asthma is nothing. It is a scarring of the tissue and reduction of the function of. So what lobelia does is it reduces the scarring, removes toxins, increases the overall health of the lungs. That's one of the reasons I'm looking at this. I've used it before this whole thing, but I like this one. Get your lung health, clean out your lungs. Go running. You can go run outside. Clean out your lungs. Not last, but anything from Host Defense. They have a myriad. I want to get a. I have this one. This has everything in it. Severe. There's nothing on planet Earth that is natural that has the healing properties that mushrooms have. Antiviral, antimicrobial, antibacterial, anti-inflammatory, anti-cancer, pro immune system, pro everything. Everything. So we're going to look at this one. This is my favorite one. You can't miss. This is the shotgun approach, I guess we could say. This is the nuclear approach. Full spectrum. The reason why I'm talking about it is because there's a mushroom called chaga. It, it, believe it or not, it's kind of rare, but this one people are pointing out, as you can see, I typed in coronavirus so it will pop up, but people are catching on to this and alleging that chaga mushroom, and here's my community product. My community, one that I like, a Host Defense product by Paul Stamets. And chaga mushroom seems to be. Here's Chris Martinson. There's another one people are alleging is usnea, which is lichen that grows on trees. Do we have a better picture? Here you go. Deer love it. I'm not sure if it's edible as is, if it has to be prepared, washed, this, that, or the third. So here we see it is used to promote excretion within the kidneys and the urinary tract, healthy immune response in the respiratory tract, mucous membranes, healthy functions, blah 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 blah. One thing you have to understand is your body's going to be fighting off infections, so you have to drink lots of water. You got to give it herbs. You got to give your body and your immune system weapons to fight it while the numbers are still low. And then this thing might not even be a blip on the radar. And last thing, go to this. If you want to know why I like oregano so much, go out and buy yourself some oregano plants and grow them and just eat them. Just eat oregano. Get oregano oil. The AMPK, I can't remember it off the top of my head what it stands for. Anyways, it's a essential in increasing immune function, and oregano oil will boost it. For those of you who AMPK2. Anyways, oregano oil, huge, huge tool. It is the adenosine monophosphate activated protein kinase activator. That's what it is. I can't remember that off the top of my head because I'm not getting tested for it. Anyways, this is my. I wanted this to be 5 minutes. Are we surprised that it's not? So, anyways, I'm out. Oh wait, hold on. We got some first the virus. We've got Michelle Clark. Hi, Michelle. Then the irradiation of the area with the 5G during the quarantines. Massive illness and death is a combo. That's why big shots know the safe zones away from where and when. Oh, of course. That's why we see people kind of like slowly secluding themselves. Yeah, I mean, we're being blasted by 4G right now, though. And I know 5G is exponentially worse. Herbs to help with radiation? What kind of radiation? Did you get sunburn? Or did you go swimming in off the coast of Fukushima? Did you drink milk in Chernobyl? It depends on what molecules, what kind of radiation. So you want to know what herbs will help you with radiation from 5G? Just eat aluminum. I'm kidding. Don't eat aluminum. You can wrap your head in it, though. Well, listen, 5G radiation is no good. Everybody should be making a financial effort to get away from an area of 5G and uniting in small town halls and getting it out of first their towns, then their counties. But that's not what's going to kill you. This bio weapon that was designed to kill people, that's what's going to kill us. But even then, I was going to save this for another video. This virus isn't going to kill everybody. A 10% kill rate on planet Earth, even though it'll cause some problems afterwards. A 10% kill rate on planet Earth will solve a lot of problems. As far as like homelessness, unemployment, just like dead end sectors, people who are leeches on the economy. It will solve problems. Not that I say that that's a good thing. I mean, there's yeah, I wanted to make this a short video, maybe keep it under 20 minutes. I'll have a longer video. I wanted to make this quick and not really talk about the doom and gloom. Just like, hey guys, here's some stuff I'm doing. Going running, eating herbs, being healthy, no alcohol. A lot of people are going to be stuck indoors. They're going to be drinking alcohol. Don't do that. Don't do it. Alcohol is fermented, so it's anaerobic. It's got cancer in it, basically. It messes with hormones, messes with adrenal glands, pituitary glands. It accelerates the biovirus. Oh, I'm sure it does. I'm sure it does. 4G does too. Uh, Also, they want to chip everybody. Look, that's another conversation. I will figure out when I'm gonna do a nice in-depth stream. But look, they want to chip everybody. They want their cryptocurrency. They're getting ready to install cryptocurrency, and cryptocurrency works on smartphone networks with high connectivity. So they need everybody connected so they can always monitor people's. Because if people can step out of like service areas and stuff like that, then they can do transactions like off the block or something, like create like a underground market. But like I said, that's another. Look, I'm not telling you that you're wrong about 5G, and I'm not like marginalizing it. I've sat down and watched on C-SPAN or on YouTube congressional hearings of them talking about 5G, what their plans are. I'm always on YouTube watching conspiracy videos, going to actual scientific websites, validating some of my research. Like I said, I want to get away from 5G. If it comes down to it, I will start a group of people that go around and knock down every 5G tower, like, because we're all gonna die with 5G. So might as like if I'm gonna die, I might as well. Anyways, like I said, I'm not discounting you. I'm just telling you. I see it all over the place. People are automatically saying 5G, 5G, 5G. No, this is a bio weapon. It's meant to kill everybody where there's 5G and where there's not. I don't know whether it. I don't know if it accelerates it. I just don't know. I just don't know. So, anyways, that was my. I thought this video was gonna be 5 to 6 minutes. They will lure people that run out of food, injections for a sandwich or a box. Right, right, right. Like if you're going to be going out into public and getting their UN donations, you need the injections. But then the thing is that there's not going to be any cash, right? They're going to ban cash because it's a phonite, so everything's going to be digital. But not everybody's going to have phones. Or maybe people will have phones, but they're going to offer chips because phones are a phonite or something like that. And that's the evolution. That's the progression of their plan. So, anyways, like I said, 23 minutes. I'm cutting it off. I'm clicking end stream. Michelle, thank you. You're my guest. Like I said, I'm going to post a post like a what's it called, announcement talking about when my next stream is going to be. I'm going to do like an hour long stream because when people see long videos, they don't really like it. I wanted to keep it under 10 minutes so people go, ooh, 10-minute video. But now, yes, thank you, Michelle. Be safe.